few verses, we see that God is looking for somebody. He's looking for a representative. We read that the Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I am sending you to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided myself a king among his sons." And Samuel said, "How can I go? If Saul hears it, he'll kill me." And the Lord said, "Take a heifer with you and say, I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. And then invite Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show you what you shall do, and you shall anoint for me the one that I name to you." Saul was the king over Israel, but he was the people's choice. He was, as the scripture says, the tallest man of all of the candidates for kingship in Israel. He was tall and he was handsome. I mean, he was definitely king material. But he backslid. He fell away from the Lord and deteriorated spiritually. And he started acting in childish and bizarre ways. And Samuel was grieving for him. Saul had a big problem. And Saul's big problem was Saul. Saul's big problem wasn't the temptation of the devil as much as his own self. He never had a problem with low self-esteem. His problem is he had too much self-esteem. He was absorbed with himself. All he could think about was himself. Saul believed there were two great people on earth, and he was still looking for the other one. And we get a biography of Saul not only in the last chapter, chapter 15, but all the way through the life of David as you see Saul trying to kill David. Ben Franklin once said, "He who falls in love with himself will have no rivals." And so it was with Saul. He fell in love with himself, and from that day forward, in the eyes of the people, his reputation went downhill. They saw that he was a man after his own heart, not after God's own heart. You know, a lot of the times, we as Christians are talking about all that the devil is doing, and we're fighting against him, and well, we should. He is our enemy. But so often when we have our sword raised against the devil, our own worst enemy is not the devil, but it's ourselves. Underneath our armor, we're being defeated because we're opposing ourselves. And often it's the same reason as Saul fell. It is self-love. Like that Greek mythological figure, Narcissus, who saw his reflection in the mountain pool and was so obsessed with his own beauty that he could think of nothing else. When personalized license plates came out, first in the state of Illinois, it is said that there were 1,000 requests for the license plate that read number 1. 1,000 people wanted it. And the person had the job to assign someone that request. And because he did not want to hurt anyone's feelings by giving one person number 1 and hurting the feelings of 999 people, the solution, he assigned it to himself. Saul disobeyed God because he didn't have God's interest at heart. He had his own interest at heart. And he deteriorated from the Lord. He was falling away rapidly. And we read that Samuel was grieving for him. The Lord had to say, "How long shall you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him?" I'm impressed with Samuel. The word grieve here means to grieve for the dead, or mourn for the dead. Because Saul was like a son to this man. And Samuel saw great potential in Saul. If it were only channeled right, he could have gone so far. But because he disobeyed, he saw the great falling away of Saul. And he grieved for him. And that impresses me. Because I think the normal reaction in seeing this kind of sin would be anger. Oh, that jerk, he's ruining the nation.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.